Hello, everybody. It's Jochen Hyde, and I'm back with the DW versus Loka campaign. It's December 16th, 1941. So I've already recorded this once, but apparently I was streaming and not recording. So I'm going to have to watch this again, and I'm going to have to act like I haven't seen this already. So just pretend like I'm really excited and I haven't seen this. This is my first time. Oh, what do we got here? How much? Hey, we have a bombardment at Kagayan. I'm not quite sure what we're trying to bombard here. Not much there. All right, and now he's bombarding Banjarmasin. Banjarmasin. I don't know how to say that. Sorry. And I don't really know why. And to me, this is a little bit kind of not a great idea if you're the Japanese, because this base has quite a bit of resources to it, and all you've done is now damage it. I would prefer to capture this base intact and not blow it up before I get it, because I need these resources. This is cheeky, isn't it? A single American destroyer bombarding the troops at Manila. That's really cute. Good job, DW. Yeah, I like that. Good effort. Alright, we're gonna have a bunch of landings at these dot bases. I'm gonna speed through them here. Lot of activity in the Gilberts today. Okay, and more landing at Guam and Cagayan. All right, so this is interesting here. This is the spot, more or less, where I thought that the Indianapolis Task Force, which is what I assume this is, would have made contact with those ships we saw between Baker and Canton. But it does not appear that we made contact. Oh, the Adelaide. Remember our hero from yesterday, where it got one of its destroyer charges blown up for basically no gain? Well, it's out here today doing some hunting, and I hate to tell you this, it doesn't do a very good job. I think it's out of ammo. Let me show you why. Yeah, and now we have to listen to Tokyo Rose talking about a victory that didn't happen here. So Adelaide broke contact shortly after engaging and only landed a couple small shell hits on these guys. Nothing to write home about. It just doesn't have the ammo to do this. Ooh, nice. Good hit there. That's a big AP. Ooh, yeah. Oh, 16 puts 2 torpedoes into that bad boy. And I'm pretty sure that's enough to sink it. But it gets damaged in return. 9 hits on that. we'll when we go around the map, we'll take a look at 016 and see how much damage it actually represents. But if you listen very carefully here, you're gonna hear our favorite sound. Eventually, let me see. Oh, wait, there it goes. All right, another aborted attempt here. Okay, going for baton. All right, pretty meager hits on Manila. It's just too high. I say that every turn. Oh. Yeah, you know how this is going to go. This is becoming the story of my life in my own campaign. I've been getting cap-trapped to unholy hell over the last couple weeks. Now, the difference here is that I at least am attempting to escort sometimes. And I'm bombing places that need to be bombed. And to me, Sion is not a place that needs to be bombed by unescorted bombers right now. So now he's going to pay the price for this. Oof. Ugly. Just it didn't need to happen. There's no reason to bomb here right now. Probably my biggest complaint with Loka Senna in China is his poor target selection for his bombers. Like, what are we getting doing this? Now let's feed some more in. Shred. And unfortunately, more shred. Oof. And there it is. A total cap trap over Sion. Ah, B-17s. I'm assuming they're coming in from Surabaya. Not entirely sure why he chose Kuching as a base to hit. But very dangerous nonetheless to have these things out here. And this is why a lot of Japanese players, myself included, intentionally do not take the oil bases right now because of these things. It's just so hard to protect them once you take them. And as long as these bases like Palembang, Batavia, Bandung, where else? Surabaya, as long as they exist and are not suppressed, these bombers can fly and hit any of these oil centers. So that's why you see them kind of taking bases around them and not the oil bases themselves. Oh, man. So I don't know what's going on here with the cruiser Detroit, which is the Omaha class light cruiser, is sitting out here north of Midway, and I don't understand the reason. I'm sure DesertWolf has a good reason. I don't think this was an accident. Maybe this was intentional, but why? So here's my theory. Detroit is sitting out here, and boy, what a shame. That's a good ship to be sacrificing, but I'm thinking he put it here to get to like validate which direction Kido Butai was heading in, right? Because at this point, we know that they're kind of heading to home islands at this trajectory. So I think he put it here just as a little warning. It's a shame that he had to use a ship like that to do it, but I think he just wanted to know where it was at. Now he knows. And here we go. The Enterprise Task Force decided to go ahead and flex. I really thought that he'd go back to Brisbane to refuel, but DesertWolf has elected to press on, and now he's in range to hit these ships coming out of Port Moresby. Alright, that's probably going to be these two ships sinking right here. Those are all 1,000-pound bombs that are hitting. These are the carrier killer 1,000-pound bombs. Yeah, quite a bit more of these ships are hit. Unfortunately, they're empty because they've already dropped their cargo at Port Moresby last turn or two. A lot of ships sinking there. Interesting target choice. I don't think you're going to find any ships left in Samoa Port. Not at this date. Oh, wildebeest. You know how these things can be. Sometimes they're very accurate. Well, Miyoko got a lot luckier than the Chokai did over the last couple days. All right, I think this is going to be the coup de Gracie for the Detroit here. Ugh. Oh, man. The state of Michigan is now crying. It was Kentucky a couple days ago. Now it's Michigan today. What a shame. I really like Omaha light cruisers. Well, that's all over. There's no way Detroit can take that many bomb hits. I hope it was a worthwhile sacrifice, whatever the reason was. There it is. Captain Dolly. Good sacrifice. Now that's the sound of his ship sinking. Okay, land combat. Okay, that's the armored unit that landed at Noumea. They've made their way up to the tip of the north side of New Caledonia and taken Kumak. Okay, so here we go. We have the first battle of Manila. I'm typically really bad at predicting how these are going to go, so I'm not even going to try right now. I don't really know. Could go either way. Let's find out. Because that's a lot more force than I thought. This looks like almost 2 divisions worth right here. Alright, about 2 to 1. They take down the fort. Losses are very sustainable for the Japanese. This was a pretty good day. I honestly think they can take Manila tomorrow, but what Loka's probably going to want to do is take all of his bombers, instead of hitting the airfield, hit the troops to disrupt them, and I think he can probably break through there. Okay, bombardment at Hong Kong. Just chipping away at him now. Temelo. I think this recon regiment is not going to be enough to take this place right now. Yep. Yeah. Temelo's on ×3 terrain, so you need a pretty decent disparity in force to take it. Little dot base cleanup, this should go quick. And there it is. Okay, so I think we should be able to get through this pretty quickly here. Not too much happened. Let's start looking at the numbers first. Today, another bad day for Japan. Although he's not having the same blowouts I am, he's just having more of them. 31 losses for the Japanese, 6 for the Allies. We're getting some serious ace action going on here. Look at this. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aces, and most of they're all basically flying P-40s. Who would have thought? Loka better be very careful. He's making some good pilots out of these guys, as am I in my game. I can't say too much. You'll see. Ship sunk last turn. Definitely the Detroit. The Terrakuni Maru sank, and that was torpedoed by a Dutch sub. And probably 3 to 4 AKs near Milne Bay. Milne Bay, whatever you want to call that. Let's go through the map here. So, first of all, whatever was off of Johnston Atoll last turn has turned southwest and is now heading this way. I don't know why. I don't know what this is and why. But it's heading this way. Did not go to Johnston. The Kido Butai is absolutely here and appears to be heading on a course kind of towards the home islands. I don't know what the Detroit was doing up here unless it was acting as a picket to detect this very thing. However, the PBYs are kind of capable of doing that same thing. I don't really know why they were using this or why that was used in that manner, other than to, I'm assuming, to act as a picket ship. And I did kind of expect the Kido Butai to go over to Wake to kind of assist with that first, but it did not. It's heading northwest, presumably to home. So there you go. Looking at the situation in China, I'm still not seeing much of anything that I can conclusively determine is real Japanese intentions here. Now, we don't have a lot of recon, of course, but I am starting to see a big push forming here near Kaifeng. We got a lot of units here, which I'm presuming are going to shock attack into Changchao soon. we have a pretty decent sized push heading across this way, and more troops forming up in Kaifeng. That's all fine, but this should have been happening days ago, in my opinion. So we're a little bit behind the power curve. I feel like we should have already been into Nanyang by now. I just don't know what the strat is here. And in Shenyang falling is really complicating things for the Japanese. They're scattered all over the place trying to get back in there, but it's going to take them a while to do it. Still no real concrete movement on Wenchao. Wenchao continues to get stronger every turn. And in this push down here, I don't know what this is, but I doubt it's enough to do much. Hong Kong still has not fallen yet. In the Philippines, we had a good attack by the Japanese on Manila. We're down to 500 assault value here. Disruption's getting a little high on some of these units. And we have way too much damage on the airfield to ever expect to recover these forts. So I give Manila 1 to 2 more turns and it's going to fall. So this was pretty decently done by Loka. At first, I didn't think he landed enough troops here, but he did. So when they eventually take Manila, I'm assuming he's going to move into Clark to assist with that. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, the assault value in Clark is not quite what I thought it was either. So he may actually be able to do something with this. However, the forts are building at Clark because the bombing is not really enough. Bombing at Bataan is not really enough either. Okay, nothing really happening out here to talk about yet. No other movement in Malaya other than we have Allied units blocking the rail lines pretty strong over here, which means that these forces that landed at Kota Baru and Patani, Singora, all that, he's probably wanting to rail them down here to meet him in Johor, but they're held up because he did not do a good job securing the rail lines on this side of Malaya yet. It's going to take a while. Okay, our B-17s hit Kuching this turn. I don't really know why that base as opposed to other ones. But hey, it's something. Make sure he knows that there's B-17s out here. These guys actually came in to bombard Banjarmasin, and I don't get that either. What did we get for that? That seemed like a waste of a sortie. He burned up all the ammo in his task force to bomb this base that, aside from resources, which he's damaged now, doesn't really give you much. So target selection continues to be a challenge for Lokasena, in my opinion. Now, he may not agree, and that's fine. You may not agree. But a lot of the bases he's bombarding, a lot of the places he's attacking in China are just not necessary right now. And he's exposing his ships to a lot of risk and damage for no real gain. Real quick, since we're talking about China, here's our P-40s that are stationed here. 40 kills so far. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is insane. 40 kills, no lost pilots, only 1 aircraft. These guys have a 40-1 KDR. If I was playing Battlefield or something, I'd be like screaming about how good that is. Look at these animals. Look at these guys. This is crazy, man. It's a lot of experience for these early Allied pilots. That's really good. 40-1. Have you ever seen anything like that? Only DesertWolf can pull these numbers off. All right, South Pacific. Here's the Adelaide, and I think I know why it has not been engaging. It's got to be ammo. Although, in my opinion, they still got enough ammo, but it's just not fighting. However, no problem because we got these guys in here. Although, the fuel level is now extremely critical. I don't know where they're going to go next turn. No idea. I have not predicted it correctly twice now. So we'll see what happens. If he's got to go back for fuel at some point here, right? Or it's going to start sucking fuel out of the Enterprise and screw up its ops point so that it can't fly missions. So I have no idea what's going to happen to the Enterprise here, but the Japanese are definitely in a precarious state right now, and they're fleeing in all directions. Looking this way, the Lexington is still pushing forward. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's got a lot more fuel and can probably just come up here and relieve the Enterprise on station and take over and allow these guys to refuel. That's what I would do. Okay, most of New Caledonia is now secured, but it's effectively completely isolated and cut off because there's 2 carrier task forces blocking any further ingress of troops or supply in here. So I don't think it was a good idea to go for Noumea because now it's just cut off. And where was our missed opportunity? Right here. I don't know how we missed this last turn, but it looks like DesertWolf split these guys up into almost oh my gosh, guys, did I not do something similar in my video? If you remember, I had almost an identical setup for my ships that I like my what if scenario. Unfortunately, we just missed a little bit, and these guys missed too. But now he's got even more concrete location on this force, whatever it is. So you can bet these 2 guys are going to come after him next turn, and there's no way they can get out of the way in time. No way. Whatever this is, it's dead next turn, and I look forward to seeing it. Anyway, that's the turn. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if it looked like I rushed through it, but I had already watched it once because I don't know how to click buttons on OBS. So I hope you're enjoying this campaign. I said it last time, but I mean it now. There's going to be some good battles next turn. This thing is definitely going down. There's no way it can't. And we got carriers out here about to feast on some ships here. So I'm expecting fireworks for real next turn. And I hope you guys stay tuned for it. I'll catch you on the next one.